Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Monapia Campaign. Last time we took on the Northern Hibernians in a pretty successful pair of wars, securing quite a bit more land for ourselves. We have to now manage this land at the start of this episode, and we also managed to secure some more nobles to sell. Let's go ahead and do that now, I think, just so we don't forget about it. Same as usual, selling eight gold's probably fine. Selling anyone who will make us a reasonable profit for the tyranny, just like 11 gold. That's pretty good. What about you? 9 gold. I am also waking up, so yikes, we're gonna release you. Apologies if my voice is a little screwed up or my energy levels are a little. Oh, you're 15. Okay, she looked like a grown-up character. Okay, I'll release you. You're a youngster. What about you? You're 14. Okay, you. Are there not like these? Don't these look pretty similar to the much older adult models? Maybe it's just like the hairstyle or what it is, but these, like, look at this character. Does this look like a 15-year-old to you? I've seen 15-year-olds in real life, and they don't look like this. They look much younger than that. All right, either way, if you're a youngster, get out of here. I'm not going to sell you. That would be inhumane. And as we know from my my prison antics, I never do anything inhumane to my prisoners whatsoever. Definitely no slavery happening in this particular prison. Anyways, that's that. And we made some money from that. We'll put that money to good use in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at our mission. We've gone ahead and completed the Making Gains mission. Going to give ourselves in Voluntia Occidentalis, because that is the current capital. What do we get here? Slaves, migration, pop simulation. I need to decide if I want to wait and switch the provincial capital spot in order to get the benefits of that statue. Let me actually look at what that's. I think it's a resource benefit. Slaves needed -1, migration attraction, and pop assimilation. So Voluntia. So let me actually talk a bit about the Northern Irish area and how I want to organize this. So at the moment, I've got 4 forts over here. Also, let me go ahead and reduce fort maintenance. And while I'm talking about it, because as I said before, I will be doing a lengthy period of peace. We're going to lower the levy. Get out of here. And fleet maintenance is on nothing. Send the fleet with our dubiously loyal, although he is now friend of the leader, so his loyalty should be okay for now. We'll return to this guy later. Send this guy over to Manawia just to chill out. Right. So. We have 4 forts in Hibernia Septentrionalis. We've got the one up here in Wenicnia Borealis. We've got the Rabogdia Orientalis fort, the Voluntia Orientalis fort, and the Isamnian fort. Now, before I hit record, I was looking at this territory pretty closely to figure out what the right spot for the provincial capital should be. My ultimate conclusion is that I should actually place it in Voluntia Australis. Now, I do miss out on a river bonus for putting it 1 tile north in Monapia Occidentalis. We get the little 5% river bonus. Honestly, though, we're not going to see whatever spot we pick become a thriving metropolis by the end of the game. It's not on the coast, which is the biggest thing, because there's just not any good territory for a city on the coast. I would really prefer not to have a civ level reduction for my cities. That's a pretty big thing for me. That's really the main reason I avoid cities outside of plains and farmlands if I can help it, just to avoid the civ level reduction, because that really affects the productivity of your cities, and what's the point? So I'm thinking Voluntia Australis is the best spot, because take a look at this fort coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 tiles covered. It does block off the this side of the coastline. It is also in the future going to be a more safe location than a port city. For not that it's going to matter, because I doubt we're going to have naval invasions up here, but just in case, it is a little bit safer. It also has the nice effect of, as well as becoming a future city, if I fortify it, it can replace the fort in Voluntia Orientalis. And I'm thinking it would make sense then to move the provincial capital over and then do the Making Gains mission completion, because then we get the bonus in this location instead of in Voluntia Orientalis. It's just picking that spot because that's the current provincial capital. If we do this, we can destroy both of these forts. We don't need either of them. We can also destroy the Rabogdian fort. I will, in the future, build a fort in Dorinia Borealis, this tile here, because this fort actually does block both of these straits, because it creates a zone of control in both of the strait re-entry tiles, so that could be pretty handy. And we can destroy the fort up here. I don't think we need to have this area fortified at all. It's so far away from everything. And yeah, technically someone could like snake through here, but I don't really see... We'll eventually control more land down here, and we can fortify everything properly. So I think what we need to do is go ahead and get this going. Now the issue here is relocating the capital would drop the province into disloyalty. It would drop it down to 23, which is below the disloyalty threshold of 33, I think is how this works for provinces. I'm fairly sure. And we could change the policy to boost up loyalty and then maybe drop it once we're at 60 loyalty just to be safe. I think what I might do, because I don't really anticipate doing a lot of micromanagement of this province once I get everything going, I think I'll attend to the province first, and then I'll do the switch, and then I'll just let it grow out once I switch it over to harsh treatment, most likely. So in terms of buildings, there's nothing around here. We do have a farming settlement here in the forest for sheep. I think I'll probably keep that, because sheep is a pretty good resource, so I'll probably keep that. We've got the fort here. We will go and destroy the fort now, make some money. Farming settlement up here in the marsh for fish. That's probably fine. Slave estate here for the horses. So I did wait for this slave estate in this spot to finish before I did that first war. I'm not actually sure I want to keep the slave estate, though. I could sell this to make some money. I'm not sure what other kind of building would be better here than a slave estate, though, so I think I may just keep it as is. We'll destroy the fort here and the fort here. Farming settlement with the sheep, we're going to keep that. The farming settlement with the fish, yep, that's fine. Extra copies, because these buildings are giving me extra copies. That's going to be great for my trade economy. We've got a provincial legation actually in Voluntia, Australis. That's kind of interesting. I will destroy that, though, because this will be replaced when it becomes a city, and I need to have room for the fort. Farming settlement with the sheep up here in the plains. This is going to be a great farming location. Nothing over here with the grain. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the move now. I don't think... Unless I want to move slaves around. There's a couple slaves here because it's the provincial capital. But I don't really think there's a lot of slave population. Let me just look over the area here. This will tomorrow be fixed up. Yeah, not really a lot of slaves. I think we just leave it as is. Maybe I move a couple slaves over here just to bolster it up. That's probably a smart idea from Voluntia Orientalis. If I can find it. Here it is. Actually, hold on. Let me move the tribesmen, actually, too. There we go. Bolster it up. All right. And then we switch the policy. We could do local autonomy. This will get us up, though, the fastest. I'm not going to get much output from this area at the moment anyways. I just need to secure it. I am actually, it should be noted, while on this, well, until I just moved that population, I was trending up, so I was in an okay spot. I think this area will probably be okay. They are the same culture group, so that's the main thing that's going to matter. Yeah, I think we just commit to this. And then we switch the capital over to Voluntia Australis. Now it's disloyal, I'm aware. But it will trend up. I think 30, maybe 33? No, yeah, I think 33 is still the thing for provinces. Then we fortify it after we trade for stone. Actually, we have a stone trade by default, so we don't need the trade for stone. That's right, I forgot about that. Now we build the fort. Oh, I can't because it's disloyal. Right, I should have built the fort first. Okay. Micro mistake, but not a huge deal. We're allied with the Blania. They're not going to attack me, so we are totally fine. Once I fortify this, I'll feel confident to break my Blanian alliance. They're my next target, by the way, so we have to wait quite a while for this to be fixed up before I do any of that. But yeah, I will be attacking Blania next. And then we're going to wait until this next on the monthly tick gets updated. We also have another trade route apparently. I think we just lost. I think we lost one of our resources that we were trading for. Can we get an excess of salt? There's salt on here. It's literally right here. What am I talking about? It's like looking around for it, and it was right there. You know, I think we need leather again. Yeah, leather for the. Actually, no, that's not leather. That's spearmen. We have base metals. That's what I was thinking of. Could get extra horses, maybe. That wouldn't really matter. I think we just trade. You know what? Let's trade for woad. Oh no, we'd have to trade with ourselves. Well, we don't really have a lot of tribesmen at the moment. Well, actually, do we? Let me check. Yeah, we have a fair number. We're mostly made up of slaves at the moment. Yeah, we've been very aggressive in this campaign, hence becoming a regional power by episode 6. So we can definitely afford to slow down a little bit. You know, I've just been pushing, but no need to go crazy here. I think I'll just, well, hold on. How much woad do I have up here? I should be able to do 2 trades of woad, and I think 2 internal woad trades. I mean, you know what? Actually, let me cancel the base metals. I don't think I need base metals right now since I'll be at peace. Base metals is a wartime resource for the infantry offense. I mean, we're going to reduce freeman happiness in the capital province by 8% from that, but that's okay. Let's trade for woad. Yeah, we should be able to do 2 internal trade woads. Now we just secured, let's see here, 16% tribesman happiness in Wododinia? Yeah, Wododinia, 8% everywhere else. That's pretty strong. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then one more trade. What's the most valuable resource to trade for? Probably cloth, in terms of just one trade. Yeah, cloth. Let's trade for cloth with Iduna. All right, we got ourselves our woad trade. Very good. And let's go ahead and unpause. Frisia wants stone. All right. The Iekian clan. The growing strength and influence of our tribe should vouch for a stronger sense of unity and purpose among our tribesmen, but unlike city dwellers and more civilized people, our tribe is less willing to translate the sense of purpose into blind loyalty. Some feel that the old clans can no longer speak for them and that they cater to a too limited group of interests. Among these dissenters, the Iekian clan has been growing in power and influence, and by now it is only a matter of time before one of their members is granted place on the tribal council. Iacchus becomes a prominent family in Monapia as the head of a new family. Venutius Iacchus, who I think is he's the magistrate. Okay, so this is an established officer. He takes on a number of minor characters. So what's interesting about this is a bunch of minor characters, including possible minor character officers, may join this family. So let us see what we got here. All right, so the Iacchii family. So actually the head of the family, it looks like, is this random guy, Senatus Iacchius. And then Venutius is just a member. He's the magistrate. We also got Buit Iacchus, the researcher, and Dropes. Here, hold on. Here we go, Donus Iacchus. So yeah, as I expected, they scooped up those 2 minor character researchers into the family. All right, so we got ourselves another family here, actually with 3 out of 2 for contentness. That's pretty good. All right, solid stuff. Let's see if we get another clan chief, though. We should be getting one. Speaking of clan chiefs, we can now address this situation. I'm still on the fence about whether this is the right call, but the thing is, I'm in so much danger if I don't have a 9 martial general. And I have a 9 martial clan chief just ready to go, right? I've got to take action here. I've got to take action for the good of the realm, you know? Let's see. Making my rival. Yeah, I don't think we need the 10% PI bonus, or the 20% PI bonus right now. Let's go for it. And this may screw up his loyalty. I guess we shall find out. Actually, no, he's only at 47. Pretty secure loyalty. Dismissed murder? Oh, because I gave him free hands, that's right. There's a lot of tyranny, a lot of AE, but we are going to be in peacetime. Alright, this may cause some internal strife if it's found out, but I gotta do it. It's unfortunate because this guy's a pretty solid character. If he was an officer, he could make for a great finesse officer. Alright, we're doing it. Murder on the high seas. It's gonna have to happen. Alright, does this update? Into Occidentalis. Nope. Hold on. Occidentalis. What, this spot here? That's not the right spot. Let's give it another month to maybe update. And then we shall see. Maintenance. Decrease pay. Extra happiness. How long is this plot gonna take, by the way? 60% success chance. Well, that's better than nothing. It may take a while, though. Alright. I don't really know. I haven't really done, like, assassination schemes in this game that much. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work. It's still picking this spot here. I guess this is, like, an okay spot for it. But I don't need the claim on Hibernia Occidentalis right now, so I can just hold off. Actually, you know what? This might be a better spot for it because we get the slaves needed for local surplus bonus. We can get some more sheep. Yeah, you know what? That's fine, actually. I don't need this to be in a city spot specifically. It's not like the assimilation needs to be in a city in particular for it to work. Alright, if I can get some granary burnings happening up here for some loyalty, that would be pretty good. Also, I was thinking about it, and I think someone made a comment in an earlier episode. If I was taking land in Britannia, I could be getting the 2,000 men from a Britannia settlement, which is completely true, and something I should have been thinking about. I could have taken... Well, I guess I didn't have the opportunity to get Carwettian land in the previous war. What I'm thinking is maybe in 6 years, I'll either go to war with Ablania, or I'll go to war with Carwettia, or maybe Perisia, someone who's in the Brigantia province, to start to secure some Britannian land to get the Britannian levy. That will also give me more cohorts with different tribal leaders, so I can maybe get one of my better martial tribal leaders in charge. Anyways, youthful indiscretions. A cousin belonging to one of the lesser branches of the Bulgias family has become embroiled in a scandal at court. According to eyewitnesses, the youth managed to publicly shame himself in an incident involving a hunting hound and a malicious letter. Let the family Bulgiai handle it. We can take a little tiny prestige hit. Not a big deal. We've got plenty of prestige built up from our history, so we're totally fine. I'm also thinking, yeah, so I'll keep the Brigantine Alliance for now, just for safety. At this point, I actually don't think either Iblania or Brigantia would declare war on me because I'm a higher power rank than them. I'm still kind of in the mindset of being little, tribal city-state Monapia, but really at this point, I am the most powerful nation possibly in this side of the map because I'm a regional power. Definitely one of the bigger players in Northwestern Europe at the moment. So that's just kind of a mindset change that I have to make at some point. Alright, how's my population progressing here? 3 Monopians still. How's it progressing? Any movement? Pop info? Working on it. 66. I'm also thinking I will build possibly provincial legations in a couple spots. I'll have to think about that more, though. Newfound tribesmen. After certain disagreements internally in Ablania, a group of tribesmen have left Caucia Orientalis, and they are looking for a new home in Isamnian. Though they are somewhat different to our own people, they would surely integrate into our society quickly enough. On the other hand, accepting these exiles from Ablania could put us at odds with their old home. I was just talking about breaking my relation with Ablania. The tensions are already running high between the two groups, and we should carefully consider if it is worth it. I think I'm pretty happy with taking on Ablanian tribesmen. That's going to populate this area a bit more. Who do they move to? Ismanian? I can definitely use some more population around here. Alright. Ablania's just going to have to deal with it. Okay. And I also cancel my military access with them just ahead of time, because I always forget to do that before I go to war. I could be building more ships, by the way. I think what I might do... I might do a 2010... Or I should say a 1020 ship thing. Or was it 2010? I'll have to think about that. Unfriendly neighbors. After we accepted their tribesmen into Ismanian, or rather Isamnian, it seems Ablania have declared us an enemy of their nation. As we worried about, they did not care much for us agreeing to take on more of their tribesmen. We should make sure to look out for potential hostilities from our neighbors now that our relationship is soured on this point. Otherwise, we might find ourselves at the wrong end of a pike. Well, that's a little awkward because I just unfortified the entirety of my province. Well, okay. Was it minus 30? That's not that scary. They're still my ally. I mean, they might break the alliance, but then they're just doing it on my behalf. I was going to do that anyways, so it's not a huge deal. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're province locally is beginning to improve as these people get less upset. So I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. We'll be able to refortify Voluntia Australis. Everything's going to turn out just fine, I think. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is I think I should probably fortify Beness now that I actually have some money. I do want to build buildings in the new city of Manawa, which will be finished in a couple months, but I think fortifying Beness is important to just get to now. Oh, I can't because it has a port. That's right. You know, honestly, I think Beness would be better off with a fort than a port at the moment. I think the port was here when I took the spot, but I've already got a northern port up here for the northern wars I'll do. This is not a super high priority, by the way. These guys are so far away from my core. It's just to kind of complete the Caledonia mission. I need to come up here. All of them are in the Caledonia province, which I have no claims on, so I also have to get the claims. So I've already got a port up here in this area to manage that. I think I can destroy the... I mean, obviously I'll rebuild the port here once it's a city, but building a fort here to protect it... I mean, Boness has been the target in wars several times, so I do want to fortify it, just for safety purposes. I think the AI will still target it because it's a provincial capital, even if it is fortified. Alright. Also some stuff going on down here. Some warfare. We shall see. Alright. So far, so good. Plus 0.10 per month. Pretty solid. While we're waiting, let's investigate what's going on around the world. Ooh, okay. Yikes, alright. As usual, Roman shenanigans. Lysimakan Kingdom going crazy? Oh my god, I shouldn't be looking at this. It makes me feel dirty. Let's just look away. Better to not observe whatever's going on over there. Yeah, my color being the same as or almost the same as the unsettled color is unsettling, to say the least. It's kind of disorienting. The coming of the city of Manawia. Our extension of new privileges and investments into the local infrastructure have seen Manawia grow from relative humility into a true Wodadinian city. While it still has some ways to go before it can rival the great cities of our age, the past 2 years have ushered in a new era of growth and urbanization in this territory. These are the best of times. Earthenware in Manawia. That's a solid resource. I don't think there's really earthenware around here natively, so pretty good. Here we go. The city of Manawia. Very exciting. We've got ourselves 5 populations, so the little city graphic is not very impressive at the moment. It will improve. Okay, so let's take a look and see what this is doing. I'm not sure if being a city increases the cultural assimilation, but it may soon, for various reasons. We do have a freeman here now, or rather a citizen here now. So, we could add marketplaces for assimilation purposes. We could also add, what is the other one that does it? Grand Theater also increases assimilation. I probably want to build it here, but I need technology. I'm not going to get any tech until I'm a monarchy, most likely, so we can leave it as is. We do have 4 slots here, so first things first, we are going to fortify this. We actually just barely have enough money to fortify it right now, so we're going to get this fortified. I think so far I've actually proven to myself that an unfortified island capital is actually fairly safe as long as I am paying attention. So maybe we could proceed without fortifying, but my mad rush and my great the evils I've inflicted upon Caledonia to sell off that nobility was all for the purpose of making Monapia a city to build a fort, so we probably shouldn't let all of that evil doing be for no reason at all by not fortifying it, so we should fortify this. That is the smart move. Just generally fortifying your provincial capitals and your capital is a smart move, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and continue along here. City of Monapia. Very exciting. Great. So, what I'm thinking now is when we get to October, I think I keep on Belisama. There's no reason to switch from Belisama. But we do go into we also got a reliquary. The Brigantius Spear. The spear is associated with Brigantia for as long as anyone can remember, and the stories say it was handed down to the local tribal chiefs who passed it on to their descendants in Bremenium. Oh, how did I get... okay, well, Brigantia, I guess you gave me your spear. Very fun. Gotta love it when your male associate gives you his spear. Anyways, I'm too tired to do a recording session. My jokes are just not doing it. More coffee for me. It's gonna have to happen. All right. Well, we're not going to see a giant pop growth bonus from this, but we will see an improvement. I think our best bet for Monapia, the tile, is we could get up to level 2 port or level 3 port. I can't remember. Level 3 port. That would use up the rest of our building slots if we did a level 3 port. But it seems like probably the right decision to do under the circumstances of this campaign. That being said, there's not really a lot of like naval action so far because tribes generally don't focus on the navy. We haven't really seen like big navies from anybody else. So it's unclear if we actually really need to be in a naval arms race because we're not really racing against anybody. Really, if we were in the Mediterranean, there'd be a much bigger issue and there'd be a bigger need to have a strong navy. 10 galleys or triremes. 10 triremes is probably more than enough for the early game. Probably don't need to push it beyond that, so we can probably keep it as is, which means we don't need to prioritize building the 3 ports. We could just wait for that, although this does give us some other advantages. Boosting civil, though, could be good for other reasons. Marketplaces for the extra pop assimilation speed could be good, although that's a lower priority than some other stuff. I probably want what I want here. I mean, we don't really have a large population here at the moment. Maybe marketplaces would be the right call. I have to think about this. I mean, I don't really have the money to build anything anyways, so we can just chill out. There's no huge rush. Everything is gonna work out on its own. No alliance breaking. I think Ablania might actually be scared to break their alliance with me because I am. Let's not forget that I am like dramatically more powerful than Ablania. I keep not thinking about it like that because we're all still tribes, so we all have the same number of forces, but the AI does look at your size as a nation when they think about what their opinion of you is. Not their opinion, but their kind of under the hood, how they are processing you for diplomatic decision making. All right. I think we just keep chilling. Yeah. I think we do, after the Omen, we do a 5-year period of peace and rebuilding, mostly of treasury. Although maybe we don't need to wait that long. I guess we wait and see what happens with this assassination plot. I think that's probably our best bet. I wonder if I can boost up my boost up my chance to assassinate from any decision. I'll have to think about that. I could also, while I'm waiting now, take the chance to switch one of my discipline gods. I don't think I need this much discipline any longer. Well, I say that, but the thing is, as I get more powerful, my army size isn't really increasing. Maybe I take on Karwetia just to get the extra army. I'm gonna select Belisama again for the same reasons as always. And well, I guess I don't need to like commit right this second to doing 5 years of peace. I could do a war during my 5 years of peace, paradoxically. And who would I want to fight against? I think actually the safest option is actually grabbing some Britannian land from the Britannia region, or the Britannia region, not Britannia. Britannia is the name of the formidable nation. The Britannia region, just to get that second 2,000 stack. Well, actually, hold on. Does it work like that in this as a tribe? I'm actually not sure it does. You know, I think I might be... Do tribes get that? No, because the armies are clan chief levies. I actually don't think that would do anything. All right, let me back up here. I need to check the wiki before I make any conclusory statements, but I think I may have been misremembering that tribes have access to that mechanic, which means Ablania should be my next target. But without this fortified, I don't really want to fight Ablania, so we wait till this becomes loyal, and then we fortify it, and then we just get out of the way, and then we fight Ablania, so we gotta just keep waiting. Maybe I could spawn my forces and have them post up here just to add more provincial loyalty. I guess I could do that, but I also want to have my tyranny go down. I spent a lot of tyranny to do this plot to kill that guy. I think we just wait. There's no huge rush. We've got plenty of... we've had plenty of momentum in this campaign. We're fortifying Monapia. It's a city now. We're fortifying Beness. We will fortify Voluntia Australis. I think waiting is just the safest option. No need to do anything super risky. I mean, the thing is, if I broke my alliance with the Ablania and then I attacked them while I'm unfortified, they'd bring in 2,000, I'd have 2,000. Brigantia would eventually arrive, but they'd take a long time to get here, and in the meantime, I could protect Voluntia Australis with my army, but this is a plains defense, and they might go for that, honestly. And also, on top of that, they could just go around me and go siege down and depopulate my land. So, unless maybe I break both alliances and then I ally, or I replace the Ablanian alliance and go back up to this with maybe Kaukia or somebody that's like next to them. Maybe Atienia, someone who will distract them. That's another option, but then there's the danger of that person trying to get Ablanian land. This is I think I just take the 5 years of peace. I don't need to be at war every day. I can just chill out. 5 years of peace should be totally fine. Did I forget to do... No, it's 470. So that's totally fine. Actually, I'm hoping that gives me claims on some of these guys up here in 470. I think we just wait. In fact, I think I speed it up. Do some internal stuff. Let our Monapian culture grow very slowly. We're working on it. Keep this guy here. Actually, you know what? I might fire this guy. Well, he is now loyal, but he does still have some negative... Actually, does he? Hold on. He's two negative loyalty traits. Yeah, he's 3 negative loyalty traits. I think I've gotta take this action now. I'm at risk if this guy is like, because here's the thing. I don't know if Friend of the Ruler is permanent. I think it is, but if this runs out, he goes back to being at 35, and then we're in danger again. I have high tyranny right now, and he has a lot of power base because he is the commander. So I think I don't remove him as friend. I keep him as a friend because that's totally fine. I think I replace him though. Actually, I've got some good characters now. We have an 8 martial guy, 52 loyalty. What matters though is his traits: lapsed and foolish. I don't see any minus loyalty traits. This guy should be fairly secure. I mean, he is much less martial, but since I never got that Master Mariner character, at least I don't think I did. Maybe maybe they've spawned. I just didn't see them. But yeah, yeah. This is one of the new family guys. This also makes the Akiai a little happier if I assign one of their guys too. Although I guess that guy's the researcher, isn't he? I think he's the martial researcher. I could just not have an admiral while I'm at peacetime. Let's just do that, honestly. I don't actually need an admiral. I'm just paying for an admiral when I don't need to. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. That's totally fine, actually. Ships are docked. No need to pay an admiral. It's safer this way. Disagreement on the highest level. Donus Volgius, a man of sound reputation. He's just some guy. And Kamios Urcus, who is the wise one, a nobleman of great virtue, have recently started to spar furiously whilst attending the clan council. Such behavior is unbecoming of these people of stature. However, we have been called upon to take a side in the latest conflict. Popularity for Talorc. I think I just go for this. They're both pretty loyal. And that one guy wasn't even an officer, so who cares what his loyalty is like? All right, I need to see some granaries getting burnt over here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an event where if you have a province with bad loyalty, you get an event where sometimes where the granary, like a granary in the province is burned. Not an actual building granary, but like a imagined granary. And then you can get province loyalty for paying some resources. Pretty good deal. Province loyalty is a very hard resource to get more of, as my Carpetania campaign showed quite succinctly. So, yeah, we'll leave it like that. Once we get to, what do I need, 35? I may switch one of these gods. I probably switch Tyrannus first, because I think there's some better alternatives around here. Is this a god named Brigantia? That's a little confusing. Actually own the holy site. Oh, you know what, actually? Where's the holy site for Brigantia? Is it up here? It is up here, the Shrine of Brigantia. You know what, actually, I think that does settle it. I want to get access to this spear, although not specifically because it's that spear, but because having a holy site under my control could be pretty good. Damn, I don't get the extra the building slots just for cities. I don't get that when it's just a settlement. I may have to. Oh, this is a plains tile too. I think it looks like a hill tile, but it actually is plains. I think Bremenium is going to be a city location in the future. It's going to be one of my Wodidinian cities. I'm thinking I will probably turn Galwadel and Bremenium into cities. Maybe also Blatobulgium. Yeah, I think 4 cities is manageable. Also Dinguardi, which is also a city. It's just not colonized. So I'll have 5 cities in total in my capital province. Manawia, Galwadel, Blatobulgium, Bremenium, and Dinguardi. I'll make these places cities. And Bremenium is going to be a pretty good city with the shrine. So I think what we do... I think we have enough stability. Let's switch Tyrannus. Unless there's a different god, before I make this decision, let me look at this again. Andraste is always a good option for the manpower recovery omen, but I have Rosmerta on backup for that if I need that. Brigantia is also pretty good. Monthly military experience bonus, 6.25% seems like a pretty small amount, but where this is really strong is the fact that you are getting a little bit of military experience every month when you're at peacetime, and this modifier affects this number too. It affects the number at all times. So you actually get a lot more military experience from having this modifier exist. So I think of all the gods on here, Brigantia is the best one. So let's switch over. 15 stability. This will upset all of my people, but I do think Brigantia is going to be a solid option. And honestly, having the morale omen be an option for us is a pretty solid replacement for the 3% discipline. I think going from 6 discipline to 3 discipline should be okay, especially because we're at peacetime, and I'm not super nervous about any one war destroying the campaign at this point. We can actually probably lose a war and be okay. So I think we're going to make the switch. Our days of being ultra focused on having all the military advantages we can, I think, are behind us. Stability drop. We've got ourselves the Brigantia's Spear. Very exciting. And we've got ourselves a shrine as well in Bremenium. Very cool. This scheme is almost over. 60% isn't a great dice roll, but it's better. It's more than half, so it's more likely than not. This may cause some serious internal tension, though. Looks like Kawarinus is fighting wolves once again. We had this event with him a while ago. His loyalty is absolutely through the roof, so I'm just going to go ahead and not make him the tribal champion. Is this guy trying to assassinate this guy, the Arbiter? Why? You gotta not do that. Can I invite people to help me do my scheme? I only know the assassination scheme from Crusader Kings. I don't really know how it works in this game, I'll be perfectly honest. Can I invite to help me out? I mean, you can help other people do their assassination scheme, but I think the AI just decides every NPC whether they want to help out or not. But we should be finished pretty soon, it looks like. Also, we've got this Stinker Chief, two marshals, so yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this because the Sonatus, the Iacus Chief, Sonatus Iacus, his stats are terrible. He's pretty old, so maybe he'll die and be replaced. Oh, here we go. Assassination successful. 60% dice roll for Misadventurer. You gotta love it. You have just been informed that Britomarius Arganus was found brutally murdered in his home just last night. The investigators have reported that a wicked pike was used in the crime. Was it the spear of Brigantia? The Brigantia spear used in a crime. That's my headcanon for this situation. The murder with the holy relic after we just began to worship Brigantia. Immediate use of the relic in a murder. That's my explanation of this. A device known to be favored by Talric Bulgius, who, it should be noted, just recently began to worship the god associated with a spear-shaped relic. However, we have no hard evidence to link him to the crime. There's no probable cause, officer. Leave him alone. Regardless, we should be watchful. Nothing to see here. Alright, very exciting. Let's see who we get to replace that guy. We will get a new clan chief. Someone else from the Morgania, I imagine. We shall see. The new Elder. So it looks like the Elder did replace him. Let's take a look and see where we're going. Okay. 7 Marshal. That's definitely an improvement. I'm pretty happy with this. So this worked out basically perfectly. No one knew that it was me. I got a fairly loyal high Marshal replacement. Let's take a look at his traits, though. Minus loyalty. Minus loyalty. Okay, so just 2 minus loyalty traits. A little spooky. 44 is lower than I would prefer, but he also dismissed murder. Alright, so, but things are fine. We got it under control. We have a new Elder that we need. Let's see here. Not that many good charisma characters. Do I have a good charisma researcher that I can replace? I do. This guy here. There we go. That fixes that. Tribes and happiness is important, as they say. Siluria. Damn. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Mechania not really doing too much in this campaign. They haven't even fought Tronowantia yet. That's pretty strange. Huh. Well, my murder unexpectedly went off with basically no trouble at all. That's pretty cool. So now, what I imagine will happen is we'll just get Sonatus as our leader. Also, let's go ahead and not forget to do scheme influence, like a goofy goober, which is exactly what we did. All right, give me that PI, please. I also think we may be, well, nah, let's not make bad decisions here. I do need to break my alliance with the Blania soon, but I just want to get this fortified first. We're on the way there. No need to rush. Lower stability is going to hurt for that. We could spend PI to boost up our stability, though. That is an option that we have. Actually, yeah, 50. I think that's probably worth it, actually. We don't really have a lot of other PI expenditures to make while we're in peacetime, so let's perform Divine Sacrifice, kill the pig, get it going. You know how it is. Yeah, look at this. We have a really good Arbiter, it looks like. Yeah. Actually, no, it's just from having... That's the other nice thing about having really good officers and making, in the first episode, all of our officers really, like, making sure they're really qualified. Each officer gives you more PI individually, so it really does help out. No war exhaustion. AE is going down. This will help with the stability, too. Tyranny is going down slowly. Centralization is going up. Save our PI probably next for the infrastructure tenant. We need 30 PI for this. Hellfort Initiative is because we need that for the event. Fortress in Vanessa is done. Very cool. Make sure we're not paying for that fortress. They built it on the hill in Vanessa. That's pretty smart. Good spot to build the fort there. I love that. It's a very scenic location for that fortress. Gotta love it when the game puts the fortress in a sensible spot. We'll see where it puts the one in Monapia. As Monapia is destroyed by a giant storm that's just passing through. Gotta love that. Yeah, I think we just chill out. We are approaching the manpower max a little bit, maybe in a year or two we'll get there. But no need to freak out about that. Bit of a low energy episode today, but like I said, I am pretty tired. I just woke up. I've had family staying with me for actually a couple of weeks, so I haven't had the time to do a recording. So I actually rewatched episode 6 before I hit record on this one, just so I remembered where I was, so I wouldn't be repeating myself too much. Untiring Devotion, Inimicus I guess the game didn't pause. Inimicus Bulgius is cultivating quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. Such virtues give our citizens good reason to feel safe, secure, and stable. Splendid. 3 stability, obviously pretty good. Fortress of Maui is done. Alright, they built the fortress on the other side of the island from the port. Bit of a strange decision, but it is now a fortified island. I think they also built it in the middle of the town, so... I do like, by the way, this game does have some pretty cool details. If you look very closely at the tribal city sprite, they do actually have towers surrounding the outside of the town. Like there's like a big hall, and then there's a little ring. I don't know if you can see this very well on YouTube. A little ring of towers. It's like those little details are so small, and no one will ever look at that very closely, but they are there. So if you look closely, you can see that. And also, by the way, you can, you know. Turn the camera around for different angles, which, you know, most people, including me, don't really turn the camera around that much, but you can do it if you want to, and you want to get seasick, or motion sick, I should say. But yeah, there's there's some attention to detail. It's not just random building sprites thrown around everywhere. There is some semblance of a structure to it. Anyways, things are improving over here. Very good. We just proceed. Yeah, I should have remembered to fortify this first, because now I'm waiting on this, but totally fine. My other provinces have been... Talorc falls down, that's not great. My other provinces have been okay so far. What has he got? He's got inflammation. That's not good. He is 48. Alauna, his oldest daughter, is almost of age, although that doesn't matter. Yeah, right. Actually, he has some money now. I don't know. I thought he was just at negative 300, so I don't know where he got all this money from. But maybe it's good because I can seek treatment. Who's the replacement right now? Succession support. So overwhelmingly, people want Cowerinus Urcus to secede. So I said before this guy would be a pretty solid clan chief, or tribal chief, because I don't care as much about Zeal. Zeal is important, but I just don't think Zeal is the most important, and all 3 of the other stats I think are a little better for the tribal stage than Zeal. Having this guy be the tribal chief and the main general also secures us a very strong chieftain general, so that's pretty good. I think we do leave things up to fate with Talorc. If he does die, Cowerinus should succeed him. I guess in that case we may not see a Bulgius monarchy emerge. We may see an Urkii monarchy emerge, which I'd be fine with. At this point, you know, I don't feel super committed to one family in particular becoming the monarchical family. So yeah, let's chance it with that illness. We'll see what happens with our tribal chief. But the main thing is that these, well, this guy would be an okay. His stats aren't as great though. I definitely don't want the Iyakiai to ascend to be in charge, but this guy's new. They don't have as much, barbarians? Oh no. Okay, I don't know. They're in the Caledonian Highlands, so I don't know exactly where they're spawning. This is a problem. All right, forts get paid. May not be in time though. Army gets paid the normal amount, and we spawn the army. I think Inverness. Oh, God, this keeps happening. All right, so this guy did become the secondary leader, so that's good. At least 9 marshal. Could have gotten the, or a 7 marshal. I mean, I could have gotten the 9 marshal guy, but of course not. Embark the army. Get over here. This will have to do. All right, just post it there. 3,000 coming in. That's bad. I'm gonna defensive fight over the river. Morale's not full. Crap. Well, he might be about to die, not from his inflammation, but by being killed by Caledonian barbarians. Why is this a 3.5k stack of barbarians? That's a little outrageous. Sheesh. I guess the way it works is your bard power just grows, and then every time they raise up. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I probably shouldn't have spawned. I guess I didn't realize this. Vanessa does border this highland tile, just barely. I didn't realize that. Thought I'd had time to organize. Even if I had all 2,000 here, I couldn't do much. Well, you know what? I don't really see what I can do here. I can't call in my allies to help because I'm not at war. I don't have the money for mercenaries. Let's come back. We're going to disband what we can. And hopefully we'll retreat once we're allowed to. Or not. We'll just be stack wiped. Oh my god. Brutal. Alright. Well, never mind. Just leave them as is. Spam these guys. Now, fortunately, what the barbs will do is they'll siege this, and then they'll spread population around, which I'm fine with, because these guys, I think, are the same culture as me. I guess I could pay them off. I think I just pay them off. How much do they need? 18 gold to pay them off. Okay, I'll just pay them off. Alright, the violent Nowantia, Nowantea barbarian hoarders accepted our offer. They're no longer terrorize our land. Okay, so they're gonna leave me alone. That's fine. I just don't want them to like depopulate my stuff. Now the barbs normally populate it when they take over areas, but I'm just always nervous about an enemy army roaming around up here. They're gonna go attack Brigantia, it looks like. Now it's Brigantia's problem. I did manage to avoid having all my manpower be siphoned up into my levy there, but it does need to recover, so bit of a shame, but not a huge deal. I wasn't planning to go to war right now anyways, so we narrowly dodged that bullet. I guess I can just pay off the barbs whenever they're going to go attack Carwetia. Maybe they're going to soften up Carwetia for me. You know what? I think I'm going to actually get a claim going on Carwetia and go for Carwetia. The reason being that taking Carwetia does actually help my border against Brigantia, because what this will do is I'd be able to, let's see here, I'd get control of the mountain of Dunatig, which is a great spot to build a fort. This, it wouldn't fully block the way, but it does a lot to block the way. And I could fortify Phantom Kodaki. This is a great spot for a fort. It's on the river in the forest. So we get a mountain fort and a river forest fort, and then our southern border, including this extra bit here, is very, very secure. So I think that's what we do, which means I should probably get a claim going. I could wait to get the Britannia mission, but I'm not going to be there for a while. So I think we get some extra land to get the extra 2,000 men, or whether or not we get the 2,000 men. I actually think getting this while these guys are diplomatically isolated and getting ravaged by barbs is the best approach. We should use our PI for something. Claim on Croatia. We're not going to go to war with them super soon, maybe in 470. but they had to leave because of that. Yeah, look at that Taxalian. These barbs are dropping off Taxalian pops over here. Yes, populate that land for me. That was that works for me. All right, so far so good. Loyal chief, one of our clan chiefs, Carwinus Urcus, has proven to be one of our most loyal subjects time and again. We received a message from him where he offered his aid. This is a good opportunity to show the rest of Monapia how loyal he is and to benefit from it. If only more could follow his example. Oh. Ooh, okay, this is a pretty good event. Now, I don't actually get this much manpower. I go up to my max cap, I think. If only I had this event when I really needed manpower, but I think even though 10 PI is quite nice, if we were just looking at the numbers here, 12 per month, and we'd be getting, what would this be, 400 something? So that is a much better value than the PI, even if PI is more useful at the moment. So military might is always worthwhile. Oh, I actually got that much. Oh boy, okay, now I'm excited. We're going to war, boys. All right, so I think this is gonna accelerate our peacetime situation quite a bit. I think let's see here, when is this done? 1st of July, 468. I think this should be a really straightforward war, he says with hope in his heart. I think we just land in... This is a forest. Well, I guess it is a forest. A forest without any trees. It is one of those tiles where they just didn't really get the memo about what this tile is supposed to look like. Like look at this tile. What terrain does this look like to you? Plains? Hills? Mountains? No, it's a forest. Screw you. This is also a forest. What is this? Okay, this one's a hills tile. Yeah, look at this, like, forest in air quotes. There's no forest over here at all. Ghost forest. All right, so I think what we do is we land at Gabercentum with our 2,000. That should be fine. Yeah, because the only thing is we just want to make sure that Brigantia doesn't get there before we do. So I think that should be fine. I think we just keep waiting. Wait for these barbs to finish up around here, and then we go for it once we have the claim. I think just grabbing Carwetia, because this way, once we do this, I feel more comfortable breaking my alliance with Brigantia if I have Dunating fortified, and I also have Phantom Kodaki fortified. And I'd probably make Dunating my provincial capital of Brigantia, just because it'd be fortified. Although it wouldn't stay like that forever, obviously. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll break my Ablania alliance. I think what I might do is actually stop relying on Brigantia and Ablania. I mean, I'll obviously be breaking alliances with both of them in the near future, but I don't think well, maybe it's a good idea not to be too hasty with that. I could still benefit from them. I think it will make more sense, actually, to have my one ally slot, so I don't have the PI Malice, be going to someone in Hibernia to help me fight the other Hibernians, and then when I'm going for Britannia, I deal with it like that. Alright, barbs are out of the way now. 1st of July still though, so we just keep waiting. No huge rush. Brigantia had to hire mercs from down here. That's pretty funny. 14 Marshal? Holy crap, look at this guy. Hold on. Can I see? I want to see the guy. There he is. Oh man, look at this. Oh, so I'm bringing a mercenary. I always think mercenary captains get a bonkers martial bonus. Alright, we just keep chilling out. Loyalty's improving. Stability is increasing. Tyranny is going down. I think spending the Tyranny in AE to assassinate that guy was absolutely worth it, because this is a much, much better clan chief than that guy. Now we're just rolling the dice on Sonatus becoming our general, which I think is acceptable. How's our assimilation going? Still only 3 Monopians. It will change someday, I swear. All right, I think the barbs are out of the way now. 50%. I think once we get to, what's this, July? February, March, May, June. Maybe May we spawn. Raise the fleet maintenance, spawn the forces. Maybe April we do it. I think we do it in April. Yeah, we'll do it in April. So April, we will begin our plans to attack Helvetia. But that's going to have to wait until next episode. I've had a lot of episodes where I go up right against the timer, but I think this time, because there's nothing happening right this second, I feel a bit safer to end a little early. Thank you so much for watching this peacetime episode of the Monapia campaign. Despite not really expanding much in this episode, we have secured our new territory fairly well. We're beginning to turn our sort of slapdash series of territorial wins into something resembling a proper empire. We've got ourselves some fortified provincial capitals. We've got big plans for our territory and for new territory very soon. And things overall internally are looking fairly good. We've gotten rid of the very low martial clan chief. Pretty brutal, but it has to happen for the good of our campaign. We can't have our future wars be endangered by that guy becoming the general, so gotta do what you gotta do. Also, we're at 30 centralization now, so we can change the law once we have enough PI. Very good stuff. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.